There's new sales on the Atari VCS, and there's some treats in store. What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here for Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC, welcoming you to yet another episode of the Good Times Newsline Flashcast. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're back in action for another Flashcast. This one's going to be a little bit short because the sales involved are small in quantity on the Atari VCS, but there is a sale, so we must do the thing that we always do, and let's go over every single one of those things. That's right. It is an Atari VCS news update. The VCS owners rejoice. There are games that are on sale from almost a singular publisher of games on the Atari VCS. What games are they? Well, let's get on into the Atari VCS and check out these game sales from this mystery publisher. Ooh, spooky times. All right, come on, let's go. All right, here we are in the box, ready to check out the sales, and it's Blue Sunset. Blue Sunset has some cool sales for your Atari VCS today. There's 7 games in the list that are on sale at pretty decent discounts. I don't think we've ever seen a sale specifically for a publisher, and it's not exclusively for a publisher unless there's some other things that are going on that you'll find out in a second. And outside of Metkin Games, I think there's only been one other time where a publisher has put every single one of their games on sale that is on the VCS, and this is no exception. Blue Sunset has 6, as far as I know of, they have 6 games of the 7 that are on sale. All 6 of them are the entire catalog for Blue Sunset Games. Every single one of them is on sale. So let's go from the bottom to the top, as we always do. We start with Skinny and Franco from Blue Sunset Games. This was their release that was not for everyone. It is totally not. It still remains not for everyone. It's a 16+ title. Got some enhanced violence, crude language, all that kind of stuff. Viewers of this channel may remember famously that I did a Fun for 5 without actually playing the game and showing the footage on the machine. It is that the warning label is that sound, right? But it's nearly a 50% discount, or is, I think it's just at 50%. I think it is just at 50% at $9.49. Not a bad deal if you're into that kind of thing. It's a cool beat 'em up. It's got a one of those spiritual successor things going for it. It was an old Amiga game that got tuned up by these guys in a new chapter, new writing, that kind of thing. But again, it's not for everyone. But I can say why people might like the game. So I would say, hey, if you're looking for a good beat 'em up and you're looking to save 50%, jump on in. Speaking of jumping, we got Ultimate Ski Jumping from Blue Sunset Games on sale for just over half off by that penny at $5 from $9.99. This one was cool. We did a Fun for 5 on it. I think it was a really cool kind of game. Definitely recommend it for those of you that like the kind of trialsy, physics-based sports kind of games. It's neat. It's fun. I definitely have a good time playing it when I do, and I did have fun on that Fun for 5. All right, we're going right up to our next one, which is Planetary Defense Force. Not the ultimate sale on this particular item at $4.49. It was on sale previously for I think as low as $3 even, but still pretty awesome. Has that it's that like tower defense buildy kind of thing going for it. But there's some cool things that are involved in this one. It's a neat game. And even at the price point, we're getting at $5. If you have a good time, it's one of those things. Just check it out. It's $5. I mean, come on. If you don't have it already, go ahead and take a look at that one. We got some FPS action also on sale for $5. $5 FPS action. This one is also intense on the the blood and all that kind of stuff. Very Doom-like, but hey, it's a first-person shooter. It's on the VCS. It's not in very many other places, and it's half off at $5. Not a bad grab at all. That's one of those ones that I'd probably recommend, even though I know there's not a fun for 5 on that one. We're getting to that. Believe that. Tiny Hands Adventure did get a fun for 5 though. It's a 3D-based platformer. It's kind of cute. It's got some cool stuff. Controls are a little wonky, but you know what? It's not a bad game. It's $6.74. It's definitely worth your time, in my opinion, as far as that kind of stuff is concerned. If you're into that 3D platformer, kind of cool action, just forgive the little bit of the wonky control camera kind of things, and you'll be okay on that one. Tiny Hands Adventure, like I said, $6.74. It's a little above 50%, or a little below 50%. It's like 30-something% off on that one. Assault on Metaltron is your next and last Blue Sunset game, on sale for, like I said, about 20-something, 30% off at the $4.87 mark. This one was kind of cool. Another towery defense kind of thing. I had fun with this one on the Fun for 5. This was pretty cool. I like those kind of games. You know, you sit around on the phone and you play those sometimes. This one has a little bit more to it. A lot of cool aspects. It's an interesting setup, the way they have the all of the challenges, but once you get used to it, it's a good time. You can have some fun with it. And like I said, $4.87, you're under that $5 mark. It's pretty cool. Most of these games outside of Skinny and Franco at the $9.49, we're all talking within the $5 range. Even $6.74 is not that far away. These are cheap games and they're cool. So I don't think I've had a single one of them that was a yeah but that didn't just barely get into the yeah but, right? It was gonna be the fun was found, and maybe it slipped into a little. Certainly some cool stuff there. And our last game on sale is actually from Birdtek Games. That is Checkout Bliss Shopping Dead for $2. Fun time on the Fun for 5. There was a little bit of weirdness going on with this one, but it's still quirky, good times. And for $2, like, come on. I mean, if you haven't checked it out already, at $2, I mean, you get, just pick it up. I mean, it's a cheap game, not bad at all. And like I said, I had a pretty decent time playing it. Now, I don't know if Birdtek and Blue Sunset are in the same vein. If it's a sub-arm, a sister publisher, like that kind of thing, not exactly sure on that one. But like I said, it's just these games, just those 7. Everything else, no sales. And we can go back through. Like, we got the sale tag, and we go all the way up. Here's Conjoined and all the other Dead of Night, which we just did a Fun for 5 on. We got to do some too. Fun for 5s on those two. We had Glaive Brick Breaker, which is a Blue Sunset game, if I'm not mistaken. It is not on sale. Not on sale. It's still $6.99. Still good in its release window. It's like, what came out this month. So still good times, and I would check that out. But interesting to see that one's not on the list for maybe $1 or $2 off or something like that. But yeah, everything else, we're still waiting. We're still waiting on some sales again. Everything else that you see the sale banner on is the ones that we just talked about, and that's about it. So even if we go down, into the depths of the OG Atari VCS titles, nothing's got that sale banner. We get all the way down to the vaults here, the vaults and Antstream, and that's it. So that is your sale right there. So let's get on over to the wrap up and wrap this puppy up. Let's go. Da-ding. That was, like I said, your Atari VCS game sales overview from basically Blue Sunset only. So if you don't have those games, go ahead and grab them. Go in and get on that sale. 7 games. It's kind of cool to see these little like mini sales happening on the Atari VCS, given some little life, little story for us to take a look at here on the Newsline. But it's still like that means like Atari's hitting buttons somewhere. You know, they're doing something. Does that mean that tomorrow something's gonna drop? I don't know. I mean, if something else drops tomorrow, that's kind of cool. Is it a head nod? Does Blue Sunset have another game they're gonna drop tomorrow? And that's why all these other games are on sale? I don't know. Who knows? No one knows, except for Atari. But we'll find out. If something does happen and it does drop and it's a really awesome thing, then, you know, that's cool. Maybe it's Atari just saying, hey, you know what? We're celebrating the fact that the Mortal Kombat collections are releasing everywhere else. So here's some games on sale for the Atari VCS from this one publisher. Anyway. It's pretty cool. Just let me know in the comments below whether or not you guys are going to check out any of this. Let's get to talking about this stuff before we get out of here. And also before we get out of here, we got to do one thing and one thing only. You guys know what that is. That's right. We have to thank the members of the Good Times Club. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Let's thank Anti-Pixel Gaming, Crimson Cross, George Games, Chris Westerman, Fan of Fiction, Lloyd Art Gem, Papa Pete, The Intellivision Gamer, Ken LaCure, Mr. Shua, John Woolley, Gunsy20, Herb Wars, DF, Joe Whitlash, David Valdez, Dan Nastic, Dr. Mark Bad Scientist, and the Atari Creep, who just celebrated his Walk to End Alzheimer's efforts just a few days ago on Sunday. And you know what that means? That means that very shortly thereafter, something else happens over here on Bacon Ice Cream Productions. So you guys keep your eyes peeled for some of that. We're going to be talking some cool stuff that revolves around Super Pockets and MetLife. The return of MetLife Stadium. That's right. So anyway, thanks everyone on the GTC for being awesome, for being members, for being really cool and giving us 1080p StreamYard glory here at the Studios A, B, and Edge channel, the Evercade Effect, and the Evercast, and calling over Retro Gamers, which probably won't return tonight. I was talking with Ed. We were thinking about locking something together, but I got to do some editing of a different nature, and I'm not done yet, so I got to get it done. I'll be in Studio B just hanging out over there doing that work, so we won't be able to do that this week, but hopefully maybe next week. Maybe we get November kicked off right with some more Karg before it goes for too long and that kind of thing. So thanks everyone else for watching. Make sure you hit all of the cool things. Hit subscribe buttons down below. Hit the bell for notifications. Join if you would like to join the Good Times Club. Leave comments for sure. Leave likes. Leave dislikes. And of course, until next time, we will catch you next time for some good times. I'm Rich. We will see you later. Take it easy, guys. And yeah, get some cool Atari games for cheap. Let's go.
rtfc.baconicecream.com.